why some believe we're already in year 6000, and why that terrifies historians. Most people believe we're living in the year 2026. That's what the calendar says. That's what your phone says. That's what history books say. But there's a detail buried deep in ancient texts that almost nobody talks about. Because once you notice it, the timeline of human history starts to feel unsettling. According to several ancient Jewish and early Christian traditions, we are not in the year 2026 at all. We are somewhere around year 6000 of human history. And that number matters more than most people realize. Ancient rabbis taught that human history was structured like a 7-day week. Not literal days, but eras. 6 days of human striving, labor, chaos, empires rising and falling, and a 7th day of rest. This idea appears in the Talmud, where it states that the world would exist for 6,000 years, followed by a final age often described as rest, renewal, or restoration. Early Christian writers echoed this same framework. Church fathers like Irenaeus and Barnabas spoke openly about a 6,000-year human era followed by a Sabbath-like age. The reasoning was simple but profound. If one day with God is as 1,000 years, then 6 days of creation reflect 6,000 years of human labor. What's interesting is that this idea wasn't fringe. It was mainstream theology for centuries. Now here's where things get uncomfortable. Depending on which biblical genealogies you follow, creation is dated somewhere around 4000 BCE. Add that to our current era, and suddenly you're standing right at the edge of the 6,000-year mark. That doesn't mean the world ends, but it does suggest a transition. And humans across cultures seem wired to sense transitions. Halfway through history, calendars themselves start to look suspicious. The calendar we use today, the Gregorian calendar, doesn't count from creation. It counts from the assumed birth of Jesus, calculated centuries later by Roman scholars who openly admitted their math might be off. So 2026 isn't a universal truth. It's a political and economic agreement. Meanwhile, the Hebrew calendar, still used today, places us in the late 5700s, quietly inching towards 6,000 as well, just from a different calculation. Even more fascinating, other civilizations had similar long-cycle beliefs. The ancient Mayans tracked vast epochs called backtons. Hindu cosmology speaks of repeating ages, or yugas, each ending in collapse and renewal. The Norse believed history moved toward Ragnarok, not as an ending, but a reset. Different cultures, same intuition. That history isn't a straight line upward, but a cycle. And if cycles are real, then standing at the end of one would feel exactly like this: rapid technological change, crumbling institutions, moral confusion, people sensing that something old is dying, but something new hasn't arrived yet. If this perspective is new to you, take a second to pause here, hit like and subscribe for more from Yahweh's 444, because what we're unpacking now only gets deeper from here. What makes this even more unsettling is how often ancient texts describe the end of an age not as fire from the sky, but as exposure, truth rising, illusions collapsing, systems failing under their own weight. That's why so many people today, religious or not, feel like we're standing at a threshold. Not the end of the world, but the end of a world. And maybe that's the detail most people miss. The calendar didn't just reset time, it distracted us from the cycle itself. So whether year 6000 is symbolic or literal, the question isn't what year is it. The question is, what happens when a civilization reaches the end of its allotted time? Drop your thoughts below. Do you think we're approaching the end of an age, or just repeating the same human patterns under a new name? And as always, like and subscribe for more from Yahweh's 444.